So it's like, as far as driving, normally all these drives, I'm always by myself. I've never had anybody in the passenger seat. So that's kind of weird.
I'm glad to be the first.
So when people hear feminist,
all the negative connotations.
Turn right onto Richmond Road.
there's, especially with men, there's this negativity behind it. Like, they think of, like, I mean, to be frank, like, big black boot wearing, like, army jacket, like,
fuck men.
right, like,
yeah. If you think about it, just from like a, I don't know, any standpoint or any point of view, there's extremists in every single religion, every single, like, any strong belief about anything, there's gonna be someone or a group of someones that take it way too far.
right,
Or maybe not too far, but differently.
yeah,
To an extreme point. And I don't know, that's kind of just like my belief in general, like across the board. Like, I think it could be applied to Muslims. People always like, they're a terrorist.
right,
Which is horrible and not true, because it's such a generalization. And I think it's extremely similar with feminists as well, because what people are seeing in the media isn't your average everyday feminist, and what they're like, just, you know, living their life
right,
like a normal person. And I think it's comparable to like everything. There's just, I don't know, the extremities in all cases are always magnified, and so it's like, it turns into like the stereotypical reflection for each thing.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't know a lot about feminists or feminism. Like, is there, and I'm sorry, this may sound weird, but like, okay, like with music, you have different genres. Are there different types of
music for feminists?
well, no, as far as feminists, like,
like, we listen to
it's like, I understand to an extent that it's like feminists are more so about the empowerment of women versus men. Is that correct?
I'll give you my best definition.
Okay.
Feminism to me is just that men and women are equal, and in modern day society, women still are not being treated equally, and so that comes out in a lot of different places and a lot of things. I think what makes it kind of a touchy subject is because people are really used to it not being equal, that in certain situations when, I don't know, like if a woman was to point out, or anyone was to point out and be like, hey, you're not treating her, paying her, or doing something as you would if she was a man, and people are sometimes so used to it that they're like, what?
Right.
Like, but that's how it is.
They don't realize
Yeah, and they're like, how is that hurting anyone? How is it blah, blah, blah. But, like, it's just, I don't know, it's a lot of things. A lot of it is a mindset type deal. Like, for me, the everyday type situation is that I know that when I walk into a room, people automatically have a mindset about me, my capabilities, my intelligence, whatever, just because I'm a woman. So it's like stuff like that. And I mean, people always make arguments as far as like physical strength and stuff like that, and I think that there's an element to truth behind all of it, but it doesn't mean that it should be as like, I don't know, it's taken too far. We're like,
right.
It's annoying. So I don't know, I'd say I don't know, feminism is more of like the, I don't know, the stereotypical modern day millennial who is a feminist supports that women should be treated equally as men.
In half a mile,
And
continue on to Athens Boonesboro
really
Road.
it. Like, it doesn't really get much more complicated than that, as far as like, I don't know. As far as like the nudity thing, and I don't know, like music or like all things like how women are portrayed in the media and stuff. I think the portrayal of women in the media is a little different actually, but like the nudity thing, I think it's just a personal moral code thing.
Continue on to Athens
If that makes
Boonesboro
sense.
Road.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know. You never see men on the red carpet being asked like, who are you wearing? Like, oh, your shoes
Right.
look so great. They're asked like real questions, like about their job and stuff like that. So, there's that.
In 2.4 miles.
That's something that,
take
like,
a
just
slight
that
right
right there,
turn to
wow.
merge onto
I never really,
I-75
like-
south toward Knoxville.
Yeah, see, because
It's almost like you're
used
blind to it. Right. It's like,
And it's like, who is it hurting? Well, technically, I could say, yeah, it doesn't hurt me to not be asked the same questions that a man would be asked, but like, I don't know. I don't want to walk into a room and be seen as, who am I wearing?
right.
Like, it's ridiculous and annoying as hell.